What on earth does that mean? I overheard a female voice behind me say, "What a fox, I am in love." That's a dreadful thing to say. It's a nice, sincere young man. Sound like a mess of female animals loose here in the studio. Let me ask you something. Would you turn your head this way a second? Can you see that? Isn't that fascinating? How do you do that?
Curl it with a curling iron.
Ask a dumb question, you get a dumb answer. Yes, would you hand that through to me? Don't put thumbs on it, because it's all covered with wax, because this is a fake. Will this be, John, what the album cover will look like? Oh, wait. No. This is a blow-up of the single jacket, isn't it? There is an album that was released 2 weeks ago, but at the time we did this, by the time we see it, we did not have the album. This man you will recognize from Welcome Back, Kotter is the man who plays Barbarino. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Travolta.
Different today. Hey, hey. Something she said has stuck in my head and I can't get away. Gonna let her in. Gonna let her in. Gonna let her in my life. You know what I find? I find I look at her face and there isn't a trace of doubt in my mind. Gonna let her in. Gonna let her in. Gonna let her in my life. Let her in my life. Gonna open up after so long. Gonna open up after so long, with my feet stuck on the ground and my head against the wall. I've been called and I can't answer why. Something inside and it can't be denied, and I'm ready to try. Gonna let her in. Gonna let her in. Gonna let her in my life. Gonna let her in. Gonna let her in. Gonna let her in my life. Let her in my life. Gonna let her in. Gonna let her in my life. Let her in my life.
Oh, yeah. Hey! Grab this one here. Oh. All right, ladies, down now. Silly fools. How are you?
I wanted to thank everybody for giving me that response, because this is the first time.
Don't get carried away by that, John. 90% of this audience is insane. I mean, we caged them in here. No, they're really nice people.
Yeah, but it's nice to sing when there's a lot of affinity going on in the air, you know?
Affinity? Is it still here? Gal over here, as I introduced you, said, "I didn't know he sang." Now, a lot of people don't know that. What is your background for that sort of thing?
Well, I'm from New Jersey, which is back east.
A lot of singers from New Jersey, yeah.
And in order to survive in New York City as an actor, you had to learn how to sing and that dance.
Were you in Greece?
Yeah, I was in Greece.
That was a 50s thing, though.
That's right. Yeah, I had fun doing that.
What other things did you do of a singing nature?
Well, you know, summer stock theaters, which are summer theaters that do lots of musical comedies. I did a show on Broadway called Over Here, which is a 40s kind of thing. But in order to do that, you have to sing. So I took voice lessons for like 2 or 3 years.
You do commercials?
Oh, I did a lot of them. I did a lot of them.
Medley your career. Come on, do medley your commercial. Barry Manilow came here one day and sang all of his commercials, which gets a standing ovation. What's your biggest desire in life? What do you hope eventually to accomplish?
Well, I'm working on a movie now called Carrie.
You mean you're writing it?
No, I'm in it.
I beg your pardon, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
And I'm very excited about it because it's the first time in a movie I've been able to act, and it's a serious dramatic role, and I've done a lot of comedy. And I think I'd like to get into that area a little bit.
This is more of a serious nature than funny stuff. What is it called again?
It's called Carrie. It's a novel now. It's being made into a book.
How do you spell Carrie?
Carrie.
Lady's name.
That's right.
We have a couple of questions from my foolish friends over here. I don't know what we'll get into. Is it a straight question or a dumb one? There's a lady in the stripe. Straight question? Yes.
Has your life changed since Welcome Back, Kotter?
Has your life changed since the television series, the Cotter thing?
Oh, gee, yeah, a lot.
How so?
The other night I went to a discotheque. Now, I forgot that I'm on the series, right? I was with this girl, and we went to the front, and they weren't going to let me in. And the bouncer there said, buddy, you got jeans on, you can't go in there. And I said, well, I'd really like to go in there. He said, oh, my God. He said, you're Vinnie Barbarino, aren't you? And I said, yeah.
Does that bug you if people call you by another name? I mean, a fictitious name?
A lot of times they've been calling me by John, too, which is neat. I mean, that's nice. They haven't been calling me just by Vinnie Barbarino. But I was going to say what I was getting to is that I started dancing, and I forgot that all the crowds of people were watching me dance and stuff. And I went up to the bar area, and I got pinched more than...
Are you a good dancer?
I got pinched, and I felt like a girl.
Well, I don't want to ask you where you were.